minute over to you, and we're going to give you a chance to ask the candidates some questions. So, would anyone like to ask a question of our lovely candidates for Vice President Education? Please put your hand up in the air. I see a question there. Would you run up there, please, Kira, who's our lovely mic fairy tonight. Will you tell us your name and your question, please?
My name's Daisy. What is your knowledge about the software on the computers in the library, and what programs would you be willing to put on the computers in the library in order to enhance study in the university? And do you know of any software that's currently lacking in the library?
Okay, so a question about how you would improve software in the library. So each candidate will get 1 minute to answer the question, and we'll go the opposite way this time. So we'll start with Pranay. You have 1 minute when you start speaking.
The softwares that I will be able to lobby the university to put in the libraries in such a way that it'll be more relevant to their studies, and even they'll be better for their dissertation. That's all.
Thank you. Megan, have you read?
I'm not too sure about, obviously, I'll be honest, university software, but I've recently used SPSS, and I know that's not available in all parts of the library. So, or like, is it just in the library? So I'd obviously lobby the university to make sure that that's on every computer, because obviously you can't use it if you're at home. But I could definitely do some more research into what students want. So if you want to maybe give me your email, I'll look into it for you and let you know.
Thank you. And Jared, you're 1 minute.
Again, I don't really know about the different things that are needed, but SPSS does seem to be a big one for everyone, as well as things like Photoshop and movie makers, things like that. I also think that language programs could be quite useful. Anything else that anyone really needs? That's about it.
Thank you, Jared. Okay, we can take another question. Would anyone else like to ask the candidates a question? I see, I'm going to take that question there and I'll come back to you. Let's get a question back there.
The course track system is one of the most important student representations at the course level. How could you improve the system?
Okay, so a question about how you would improve the course rep system. This time we'll start with Jared, and you have 1 minute.
I'd start by making people more aware of the course reps, who they are and what they do. I'd also make sure to put checks and balances on so that course reps were reporting back every week or two. And I don't know.
Okay, Megan.
I was going to do weekly drop-in sessions with your tutors. So I think course reps people do need to be more aware of them, and they need better training. So with our, let's say, weekly drop-ins, hopefully that will clear up any issues like raised and quickly and effectively.
The first thing I'll do to make the course thing better is have have them democratically elected and make them more aware, because I see some of the course that are there but they're not aware of their duties and would be more focusing on their trainings and the amount of time for their feedbacks, maybe monthly or bi-monthly. Yeah.
Thank you very much. We have time for one more question. Do you still have a question there? Okay, it's the final question.
Yeah, the last couple of years, the timetable system has been really, really shocking, especially with people who do combine honours. So what are you going to do to hopefully improve that in the next coming years?
Okay, so how are you going to solve the problems we have at the timetable? Starting with you, Pranay, 1 minute.
I'd be really happy to set up and organize a steering committee so that we can address the actual problem, what is there, so that we can have different course reps as well and different representation of different students' body as well, so that we can have it before 3 weeks, and that's in one of my places as well.
I do completely agree with you. The timetable is an absolute joke. it needs to be more organised. So what I'd try and put in place is say, you get your timetables before your next year, because obviously some students, if they're commuting in, it's hard for them to like work around it.
Yeah, I think the main thing would have to be just getting his timetable before you start, preferably 3 or 4 weeks earlier. I also think that there could always be clashes, no matter how hard the university tries, but to try and limit them clashes as much as possible and get the best timetables for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can we please have a big round of applause for your candidates for Vice President Education?